guys, I'm Kirsten, the problem solving teacher and Teachers Pay Teachers author. If you like my videos, please remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment below. It lets other teachers like you find me and benefit from these videos. All right, today we are going to be talking about monthly planning tips for your Teachers Pay Teachers business. So when you start a Teachers Pay Teachers store, if you do not have some sort of plan, then you are probably not going to get very much done for it, okay? And how much time and energy and effort you put in will depend on how much you want to get out of your Teachers Pay Teachers business. And there is no wrong answer to that. If you want just a little bit, then that's fine. If you want to try to make a lot of money out of it, then it's going to take more. There's no right or wrong answer. It just depends on what you want for yourself, and that's going to change over the course of time. So first things first, the first thing you need to focus on once you kind of set up your niche and your brand is product creation. That should be the sole focus of your Teachers Pay Teachers store, because if you do not have any resources out there, then you don't need to worry about any of the other parts of creating anything for Teachers Pay Teachers and creating for your business at all, because there's nothing to buy and you haven't, there's nothing for people to get to know you with. So the first thing that you need to do is just focus on product creation. However, you do need to make sure that you plan time for that. When I first started my Teachers Pay Teachers store, I was simply working at nap time and bedtime. So that time was already cut out in my schedule. We're having nap time, I work. And that's it, which was great because it gave me a schedule and a structure in which I was going to work. Now, if you're still in the classroom, then you're going to have to approach that differently. Maybe you're working in the evenings. But you need to plan time to work on your business, or you're going to be doing other things instead of work on your business, and then nothing gets done and it won't grow the way you want it to. So even though all you're going to have for your plan is work on products, you simply need to make sure that you say, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to work on a product for an hour each day. So you need to have some sort of timeline and schedule for it, okay? So as I started to do more with my Teachers Pay Teachers store, I started to come up with more of a weekly plan, and then it grew to a monthly plan. So back when I first started, and I think I made a video about this a while back, I made a weekly plan where on Mondays I worked on my blog, on Tuesdays I edited my blog because I decided I needed to start blogging. I don't even remember what I did on Wednesdays. Thursdays my blog went up. Fridays I worked on Pinterest, but I had each week I was going to work on something specific during nap time. Wednesdays was probably product creation. So you want to make sure that you have some sort of plan. Now I am working on planning more on a quarterly level, but it's still kind of a monthly plan. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that I do in my monthly plan, and some of the goals that I set that help me move my business forward. So I kind of base this on a 4-week month, because most months have 4 weeks. If there's a few days at the beginning that are extra and a few days at the end that are extra, then that's amazing, because it just gives me more time in that monthly plan. So right now, week 1, I work on product revisions. Right now I'm trying to update some of my first products that are kind of really bad, and I'm trying to make them more on par with what I expect of myself now. Back when I was first starting, it was just product creation. I work on product creation. And again, most of my time was product creation. The first weekend of the month I work on YouTube. I try to write and record my YouTube. Sometimes that gets pushed back depending on my toddler, but that's what I try to do. Week 2, I work on my product creation. Most of my time is still spent on product creation because that's where the money comes from. And that's what I enjoy the most. The second weekend, I edit and I do graphics and I post my YouTube. So I do all of my YouTube recording in one day, even though it comes out, I do like 4 episodes in one day. And then week 3, I'm back to product creation. And then week 4, I focus on blogging. So that whole week I just spend blogging and trying to get a month's worth of blogs done in 1 week. Each Saturday, I plan my social media posts for the week. I'm actually trying to turn that towards planning them for the month. But each week on Saturday evenings, super exciting Saturdays, I plan my social media posts for the week. And then at the end of each month, I also make sure I have a day where I plan the next month and make sure that I have everything on there. Now, I'm now working on Google. All of my stuff is in Google Calendar. It's color coded, and I try to put specific items. So when I say product revisions, I say Valentine's Day acrostic poem. I'm going to revise that today. Valentine's Day literary devices poem. I'm going to revise that today. So each day I assign a specific product to make sure that I know exactly what I'm going to do when I sit down. That's huge. You want to know when you go to sit down, you don't want to be like, ooh, what am I going to do today? You want to know what you are going to work on. That makes a huge difference in your business. I've also just recently, like in this past week or two, I've started to, days when I'm like, ooh, I feel like this is a really big task, I've started to sit down, or if I've had tasks carrying over from one day to the next that I didn't get to finish, I pull up Google Keep, I write down the tasks that I want to get done, I can drag them into a specific order, and Google Keep is amazing because then you can check it off. I can have it with me anywhere, so it doesn't get lost in the shuffle with my toddler. He doesn't throw it away because he's like, ooh, trash, I want to throw it away. So all of those, starting to use Google Keep has started to organize me on a new level. Some other things to consider in your monthly planning is, we talked about having products, we talked about having a schedule, we talked about having a time for everything. So like if I don't finish Valentine's Day acrostic revision on one day, it could carry over, or I could just stop and wait until like I have a free Saturday to finish it up. But I try to stick to the time allotted for each task. It kind of helps you work through it to be like, I'm trying to get this done by 3:30. I want to finish this by this time. But time limits definitely help. Deadlines for yourself help. So try to have some of those in there. Also think about, even though you're just beginning, think about what systems you want to develop. So you don't want to just put everything in a loose folder in your desktop. I have a resources folder, and within that resources folder, I have like my logo and my terms of use. I have anything that I'm currently working on. I also have a folder that says uploaded. So anything uploaded to TpT gets moved into the uploaded folder, and then it's with all of the uploaded things. Within each folder, I have thumbnails, I have the PowerPoint, I have the flattened keynote presentation, I have any like graphics or titles I made. Anything that I did for that product is in that folder. So you want to start to think about what systems you're going to create in your desktop to organize yourself. What systems of calendars are you going to use to set your goals and organize yourself? And then finally, you also want to make sure that you continue to learn. You're watching this video, so that counts as learning. So you want to learn about your niche area. Mine is writing. So right now I'm reading some books on writing and how to become a better writer and a better writing teacher. And so that's part of my regular learning. I also listen to podcasts and watch training videos about how to create things for Teachers Pay Teachers. So that is all part of learning. Sometimes I watch those like right before bed, which is good because they help me fall asleep sometimes. Sometimes the podcasts and I can listen to while I'm walking the dog. But make sure that you have, even if it's 10 minutes a day, where you're learning something new about how to make your business better. And just kind of make that part of the routine. All right, so those are some monthly planning tips, beginning tips for how to organize and get your Teachers Pay Teachers store going. Hopefully that they were helpful. Hopefully it gives you some ideas about how to organize the tasks of a business at the beginning and gives you an idea of what you're headed for. All right, that's it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Have an awesome day.